their fields from everyone else? Is it talent? Hard work? Luck? You've heard those answers before, and while they matter, they're not the whole story. There's something deeper, something most success gurus don't talk about. I call it the X Factor blueprint. 3 hidden variables that act like invisible levers, amplifying your results far beyond what conventional advice can achieve. Today, we're diving into a framework that's been battle-tested by the world's most extraordinary achievers. Yet it's so under the radar, you won't find it in most self-help books. This isn't about work hard or stay positive. These are the psychological, behavioral, and environmental factors that create exponential success. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable blueprint to unlock your own X factor and break through your current ceiling of achievement. Here's the deal. Success isn't just about doing more of what everyone else is doing. It's about mastering the hidden variables that others overlook. Today, we'll uncover 3 of them, explore why they work, and give you practical steps to apply them immediately. Plus, we'll debunk some common myths about success that might be holding you back. Ready? Let's dive in. The problem with conventional success advice. Before we get to the blueprint, let's address the elephant in the room: why most success advice falls short. You've probably heard tips like, set clear goals, manage your time, or build a morning routine. These aren't wrong, but they're incomplete. They're like giving someone a map without a compass. They'll get you moving, but you might end up in the wrong place. Research from psychologists like Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky shows that humans are wired to oversimplify complex problems. We gravitate toward easy-to-digest advice because it feels actionable, but it often ignores the deeper, messier factors that drive extreme outcomes. For example, a 2018 study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that grit, often hyped as the ultimate success trait, only accounts for about 6% of variance in achievement outcomes. That means 94% of what makes someone ultra-successful lies elsewhere. The X Factor blueprint focuses on those hidden 94%. These aren't sexy buzzwords or quick fixes. They're the subtle, often counterintuitive forces that shape the trajectory of the world's top performers. Let's break them down. The calibration of cognitive friction. What is cognitive friction? The first hidden variable is cognitive friction. The mental resistance you encounter when making decisions, solving problems, or pursuing goals. Think of it as the static in your brain that slows you down or derails you entirely. Ultra-successful people don't just work harder. They calibrate their cognitive friction to make progress feel effortless. Psychologically, cognitive friction arises from a clash between your brain's automatic, intuitive system, System 1, and its deliberate, analytical system, System 2. As described by Kahneman in Thinking, Fast and Slow. Most people let this friction run unchecked, leading to indecision, procrastination, or burnout. The ultra-successful, however, have mastered the art of reducing friction in their decision-making and creative processes. Why it's hidden. Cognitive friction is rarely discussed because it's invisible. It's not a tangible skill like time management or public speaking. It's a meta skill that operates in the background. Most people don't even notice it until it's optimized, and then they wonder why everything suddenly feels easier. The science behind it. A 2019 study in Nature Neuroscience found that high-performing individuals, think elite athletes or top CEOs, have more efficient neural pathways in their prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for decision-making and self-control. This efficiency reduces cognitive load, allowing them to make faster, better decisions under pressure. Essentially, they've trained their brains to minimize friction. Real-world example: J.K. Rowling. Take J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. Before her global success, she was a single mother struggling with depression and financial hardship. Writing a novel in those conditions could have been paralyzed by cognitive friction, self-doubt, distractions, or lack of resources. But Rowling calibrated her friction by creating a simple routine. She wrote in cafes while her daughter napped, using pen and paper to bypass perfectionism. By reducing the mental barriers to starting, she built momentum that led to one of the best-selling book series of all time. B-roll, clips of Rowling writing in a cafe, intercut with shots of Harry Potter books on shelves. Common misconceptions: most people think success is about pushing through resistance with sheer willpower. But willpower is a finite resource. Psychologists call this ego depletion. The ultra-successful don't rely on willpower. They design their environment and habits to minimize friction in the first place. Action steps to calibrate cognitive friction: simplify your decision architecture. Identify one area of your life where decisions feel overwhelming. Maybe it's choosing what to work on each day. Create a decision filter, a single question that guides your choices. For example, Elon Musk asks, "Does this get us closer to Mars?" For you, it might be, "Does this align with my top priority?" Batch low-friction tasks: group similar tasks, like answering emails or planning, into dedicated time blocks to reduce context switching, which spikes cognitive friction. A 2020 study in cognitive science found that context switching can increase mental fatigue by up to 30%. Pause the video and write down one task you can batch this week. Share it in the comments. Create frictionless triggers. Use environmental cues to make starting easier. For example, keep your gym clothes by your bed to reduce the friction of working out. Behavioral scientist B.J. Fogg calls these tiny habits, small actions that snowball into big results. Audit your energy drain. Spend 1 week tracking moments when you feel stuck or overwhelmed. Note the triggers. Is it a cluttered workspace? Negative self-talk? Eliminate or reframe one trigger at a time. Potential obstacles. Overthinking. Analysis paralysis can creep in when you try to optimize everything. Start with one small change. Resistance to simplicity. Many believe complexity equals sophistication, but simplicity is the ultimate leverage. External distractions, notifications, social media, or unsupportive people can increase friction. Set boundaries ruthlessly. By calibrating cognitive friction, you're not just working smarter. You're rewiring your brain to make success feel like the path of least resistance. Let's move to the second variable. The asymmetric bet principle. What is the asymmetric bet principle? The second hidden variable is the asymmetric bet principle, the ability to identify and pursue opportunities where the potential upside far outweighs the downside risk. Ultra-successful people don't just take risks. They take smart risks that offer disproportionate rewards. This principle is rooted in decision theory and prospect theory, which show that humans are naturally loss-averse. We fear losses more than we value gains. But the ultra-successful flip this bias by seeking bets where the cost of failure is low, but the potential for success is massive. Why it's hidden? Most people equate success with playing it safe or taking reckless risks. The asymmetric bet principle is neither. It's about strategic risk-taking that's invisible to those who haven't trained themselves to see it. It's not taught in schools or discussed in most business books, yet it's a hallmark of every game changer. The science behind it. A 2017 study in management science analyzed the decision-making patterns of successful entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos and Sarah Blakely. It found that they consistently pursued ventures with low downside, e.g., minimal financial or reputational cost, but high upside, e.g., potential for massive market disruption. This aligns with Nassim Taleb's concept of anti-fragility, thriving in uncertainty by taking calculated risks. Real-world example: Jeff Bezos and Amazon. In 1994, Jeff Bezos left a cushy Wall Street job to start Amazon. Most saw this as a reckless move, but Bezos saw an asymmetric bet. The downside? He'd lose a year or two, and maybe some savings. The upside? He could build the world's largest online bookstore in a rapidly growing internet market. He later called this his regret minimization framework, choosing the path he'd least regret. That one bet scaled into a trillion-dollar empire. B-roll, early Amazon warehouse footage contrasted with modern Amazon facilities. Common misconceptions: people often think success comes from avoiding risk altogether or diving headfirst into high-stakes gambles. Both approaches miss the mark. The asymmetric bet principle is about finding opportunities where the reward-to-risk ratio is skewed in your favor. Action steps to apply the asymmetric bet principle: map your opportunity landscape. List 3 to 5 opportunities in your life right now. New projects, skills, or relationships. For each, assess the downside, what's the worst-case scenario, and upside, what's the best-case scenario. Prioritize the ones with the biggest gap between reward and risk. Start with low-cost experiments. Test your bets with minimal investment. For example, if you want to start a business, create a landing page to gauge interest before building a full product. This is called a minimum viable product, MVP, a strategy popularized by Eric Ries in the Lean Startup. Reframe failure as feedback. Failure in an asymmetric bet isn't a loss, it's data. Adopt a scientist's mindset. Each failure teaches you how to refine your next bet. Seek exponential environments. Surround yourself with people, industries, or platforms where small actions can lead to outsized results. For example, posting content on platforms like X can amplify your reach far beyond traditional channels. Potential obstacles: fear of failure. Loss aversion can make even low-risk bets feel scary. Practice small bets to build confidence. Lack of clarity. If you don't know your goals, you can't identify asymmetric opportunities. Spend time defining your North Star. Overcommitting. Don't spread yourself thin across too many bets. Focus on one or two high-potential opportunities. Visual cue. Montage of small actions. Someone typing a tweet, launching a prototype, or pitching an idea, leading to big outcomes. By mastering the asymmetric bet principle, you're not gambling, you're stacking the deck in your favor. Now, let's explore the final variable. The Social Capital Multiplier. What is the Social Capital Multiplier? The third hidden variable is the Social Capital Multiplier, the ability to build and leverage high-value relationships that amplify your impact. Ultra-successful people don't just network. They create ecosystems of trust, influence, and mutual value that propel them forward. Social capital isn't just about who you know. It's about the quality of your relationships and how they compound over time. Sociologist Mark Granovetter's 1973 study on the strength of weak ties showed that loose connections, acquaintances rather than close friends, often provide the most valuable opportunities because they bridge diverse networks. Why it's hidden. Most success advice focuses on individual effort, grind, hustle, repeat. But no one succeeds alone. The ultra-successful understand that relationships are a force multiplier, yet this is rarely taught because it's hard to quantify and feels intangible. The science behind it. A 2021 study in social networks found that individuals with diverse, high-quality networks, spanning industries, expertise levels, and geographies, are 40% more likely to achieve breakthrough career outcomes. This is because social capital provides access to resources, information, and opportunities that you can't get on your own. Real-world example. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey's rise from a local news anchor to a global media mogul is a masterclass in the social capital multiplier. She didn't just build a talk show. She cultivated relationships with authors, celebrities, and thought leaders, creating a platform that amplified everyone's influence. Her book club, for instance, turned unknown authors into bestsellers while cementing her own brand. By giving value first, through authentic connection and storytelling, she built a network that multiplied her impact. B-roll, clips of Oprah interviewing guests, launching her book club, and speaking at events. Common misconceptions: networking is often seen as transactional or manipulative, but true social capital is about mutual value. Another myth is that you need to know important people. In reality, the most valuable connections are often those who share your values or complement your weaknesses. Action steps to build your social capital multiplier: give before you get. Offer value without expecting immediate returns. Share knowledge, make introductions, or support someone's project. This builds trust and reciprocity. Curate your network. Identify 5 to 10 people in your field or adjacent fields who inspire you. Reach out with a specific, thoughtful message, not a generic LinkedIn request. For example, comment on their work or ask a question that shows you've done your homework. Bridge weak ties. Attend events or join online communities, like X groups, where you can connect with people outside your immediate circle. These weak ties often lead to unexpected opportunities. Maintain relationships. Set a reminder to follow up with key contacts every 3 to 6 months. A simple, checking in message can keep the relationship warm. Potential obstacles. Time constraints. Building relationships takes effort. Prioritize quality over quantity. Fear of rejection. Not everyone will reciprocate, and that's okay. Focus on those who align with your vision. Inauthenticity. If you come across as transactional, you'll erode trust. Be genuine in every interaction. By leveraging the social capital multiplier, you're not just building a network, you're creating a system that amplifies your success exponentially. Integrating the X Factor Blueprint. A practical framework. Now that we've covered the 3 hidden variables, let's tie them together into a cohesive framework you can apply starting today. Think of these variables as a tripod. Each one supports the others, creating a stable foundation for extreme success. Step 1. Audit your current state. Cognitive friction. Where are you wasting mental energy? Identify one area, e.g., decision fatigue, perfectionism, and apply one action step from variable number 1. Asymmetric bets. What's one low-risk, high-reward opportunity you're overlooking? Map it out using the risk-reward matrix. Social capital. Who in your network can amplify your goals? Reach out to one person this week. Step 2. Create a 30-day X Factor plan. Week 1. Simplify one process to reduce cognitive friction, e.g., batch tasks or create a decision filter. Week 2. Launch one asymmetric bet, e.g., a small experiment or side project. Week 3. Connect with 2 new people to expand your network. Week 4. Review your progress and adjust. Visual cue. Calendar graphic showing the 30-day plan. Step 3. Track and iterate. Use a journal or app to track your progress on each variable. Ask, am I reducing friction? Taking smart bets? Building valuable relationships? Adjust based on what's working. Overcoming obstacles and staying consistent. Visual cue. Montage of people overcoming challenges. Athletes training, entrepreneurs pitching, artists creating. The X Factor Blueprint isn't a magic bullet. It requires consistency. Here are 3 common obstacles and how to overcome them. Lack of immediate results. Extreme success compounds over time. Focus on small wins to stay motivated. Self-doubt. Imposter syndrome is just cognitive friction in disguise. Reframe it as a sign you're stretching your limits. Overwhelm. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick one variable to focus on first, then layer in the others. Conclusion: your path to extreme success, the X-Factor Blueprint, calibrating cognitive friction, mastering asymmetric bets, and leveraging the social capital multiplier, isn't just a set of tactics. It's a mindset shift. It's about seeing the invisible levers that drive extraordinary results and pulling them with intention. The ultra-successful aren't superhuman. They've simply mastered these hidden variables that most people overlook. And now, you have the blueprint to do the same. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how these principles compound into breakthroughs you never thought possible. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into high-performance psychology. Share this with one person who needs to hear it. It might just change their trajectory. Until next time, go pull those levers and unleash your X Factor. Thanks for watching. The X Factor Blueprint: 3 Hidden Variables of Extreme Success. This video, with research from leading psychology journals and insights from the world's top performers. For more resources, check out the links in the description and join our community on X for exclusive tips and updates.